r/AskReddit, how have your political views changed as you've aged? Voted for Brexit when I was 18. Dumbest thing I've ever done. Became pretty standard left-leaning after that. I was living in UK during the Brexit referendum in an overwhelmingly Remain part of the country. Was pretty shocking result, and there were a lot of doomsayers in the town I was in. I have since left before Brexit went through and haven't really followed at all what life is like now in the UK. How's life different now that you guys aren't in the EU? I have always been a leftist or a better left-leaning person at heart, but I also agree with some conservative opinions. Bucking the trend here, but I've become less liberal. Used to consider myself pretty far left, but as time goes on I've just found myself disagreeing more and more with the left, and I've shifted to the center. Also, people seem just as fucking unhinged on both ends of the spectrum these days. Every single issue has to be black and white, nuance is a thing of the past. Same, I feel like everyone is taking crazy pills and picking teams. Not a critical thought in sight. I evolved from conservative Republican to social democrat, now even the Democrat Party seems too corporate for me. Our politics are entirely too corporate. Lobbying is a goddamn plague. Proud Republican elementary schooler. Socially right, economically moderate middle high schooler. Solid liberal community college kid. Democratic Socialist University and AMP, postgraduate Bernie bro. Somewhere way the hell left of that now. If this thread teaches you anything, it's that the US needs to stop with all the anti-third party tactics, and actually give something other than Democrat or Republican a go. Personal opinion, both parties need to die and get replaced. In practice, unless the election system changes, I don't see either major party being replaced. The best case scenario is a third party peels off enough votes to be too hard to ignore, forcing one of the make parties to court those voters' core issues. You're not gonna get an accurate representation of the average person asking a question like this on Reddit, considering the bias of most Redditors. I grew up religious, so I used to follow whatever I thought my church would have agreed with. Then when I was a young adult I was super left/liberal and couldn't accept any other ideas. Now I'm still left/liberal, but I'm not unwilling to consider outside opinions like I was before. I think being able to change your mind when given new information is an incredible cool and important thing, and I understand some things are more nuanced than meets the eye. I'm probably more anti-government than ever. Still have conservative values, but it's hard to support any politician since they all seem to be so crooked. I went from far left, to center right as I went from a teenager to mid-30s. This is Reddit though, so I'm sure anyone who doesn't admit to becoming more left-wing will be downvoted by all the young people here. Sort by controversial to see the actual shift. This will get downvoted. And GT, 135 points. I was pretty left-leaning all my life. I find myself increasingly centrist and not feeling represented by either side. Shit's getting too extreme on both ends. The term I've heard for this is politically homeless. I've continued to move to the left. I just want people to enjoy living again. Grew up with conspiracy theory parents and a hardcore libertarian dad that was really just a conservative as he loved Bill O'Reilly. They were very apolitical and never voted, and so I myself never voted. Mid-20s I was around enough people in college to learn that maybe I should actually care, and vote, and pay attention. The more I paid attention, the more I saw conservatives as just open ratfuckers who'd do anything for power, would lie, cheat, steal, and would happily fuck over so many of the people I knew. Now I'm a die-hard liberal. Yeah, these threads are always the same. Top comment is always exactly what it is here. Everyone said I'd get conservative when I got older, but quite the opposite, I've only gotten more progressive. I started out strongly Democrat. I still vote Democrat but no longer like them. Started off pretty liberal, now at 45 I'm just about the exact same. Yes, I went to fuck it. To fuck it all. It has been and always will be about class division, and since it's so easy to divide the classes, class division is a cakewalk. No matter who you/what party you vote, they don't care about you, they will fuck everything up more and they are in it for the money. I used to be a moderate. I still am, but now I have less patience for those on the extreme left and right. You could call me an extreme moderate. I started out very liberal. Even though I make more and more every year, seeing my friends and family fall behind is making me more liberal, not Joe Biden liberal, like Bernie Sanders. Edit, I seem to have pissed off several conservatives who'd met me lol. I do want to point out that being liberal does not mean I support tax increases. I think where our tax money goes needs to change though, because we pay a huge percent for not getting back shit when we actually need it. I've always been slightly left of center left. I've moved a little further left on some social issues. I'm largely motivated by the political philosophy of don't be an asshole. I still view the Republican Party as evil and corrupt, but now I've come to view the Democratic Party as spineless and ineffective, and corrupt in ways of their own. The lesser of two evils, so to speak. Easy. Realizing that nobody in power gives a fuck about you. The pursuit is capital gain at the cost of life on earth. I used to feel like my opinion mattered. As times change, I realize the rich control everything. I'm more liberal than ever. I went from caring about issues, to realizing how rigged the whole system is, and now I just care about taking care of my family and generally do not pay attention to anything other than business-related news. Also, I used to be a pretty strong Democrat, but the far-left progressives have become so insane that I feel absolutely no allegiance to either party. The far right is also equally insane. Everyone's just FING crazy. Why can't some normal non-psychopath less than 80-year-olds run for office? Was super conservative when I was young. Got off that train as soon as I realized I was gay. Been fairly progressive ever since. Honestly, I've gotten a bit more leftist on social issues. Not much has changed on economic issues. Unfortunately, the right in my country, USA, has taken a marked shift towards Christian authoritarianism, so I vote left even though I don't really like it. This is how I feel right now. I know they're all crooks, but at least one party isn't trying to go full authoritarianism. My teens, I was influenced by the stupid conservative town I was in. My 20s, I went extremely left-wing. Now I'm in my 30s, and I found myself settling in the left of center. Both sides are so fucking selfish, and neither cares at all about austerity. Austerity is a phantom, there is no such thing. It is just what you consider worth funding. Not that much. Shortly after January 6th, though, I realized that keeping up with politics was actively decreasing my quality of life, so I kind of disconnected. I'm not well informed on most things now, but I use people should be nicer to each other and treat others as you'd want to be treated as my guiding principles. It's a class war. People are fucking themselves by buying into the division. Our enemy should not be each other, it should be the ruling class. They haven't. Everyone else's has. I remember being mocked for my left-wing views. I didn't care. Now, in my opinion, the left has lost its mind and now I'm seen as right. I've gotten to the point where I absolutely despise politics. Left, right, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. They're all full of shit, and don't give a damn about us. I used to dislike a couple politicians, now they all make me sick. The fact that Congress consistently goes against public opinion, and is also highly dysfunctional, also convinced me that it's designed this way so the rich and corporations can benefit. Everyone said that I'd turn conservative when I started paying real taxes, bought a house, and had a kid. All three of those things made me more progressive and involved in my community. Agreed. That said, my contempt for bureaucracy has definitely gotten stronger as I've had more encounters with it. Understanding the good government services can do and understanding the problems that can arise when there's a lack of accountability are not mutually exclusive. Yes, as a kid I thought the government charged taxes in exchange for representation, protection, and civic services/essentials we needed. As an adult I know that's a crock of shit. I also know almost every single politician is a liar, crook, and in it for their own personal gain. Stop electing rich old dudes and start looking at the 40-year-old dad that spent 50 hours working and still can barely feed his kids. That's the man you want helping make decisions. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.